Welcome. I gotta put this in the ether as always. The title of this video is Marriage is a Trap for Men and a Jackpot for Women. What I mean by that, when women actually get proposed by a man, right? Especially by the men that she wanted all along, right? A men that have a status, wealth, is basically equivalent of her winning the jackpot. Now she's benefiting off of his wealth, off of his status, off of his earnings as well. Well, for men, they don't realize that when they propose to a woman, right? They think it's all love and game, especially during modern time, right? They think it's all love and game. They think it's fairy tale. They're blue pill. They don't understand what marriage actually meant, right? They don't, especially modern time, right? They don't understand how much sacrifice they got to put in, right? Until it's too late. Then they can feel or realize that it's really a trap for men, right? Back prior, in the 19th century, right? It wasn't like that because you don't have to have this thing called a marriage certificate, all right? The marriage certificate didn't initiate until 1929, right? Until 1929, when I guess women have voting rights or something like that. That is during the time of the suffrage movement, right? Yeah, marriage license or certificate didn't happen until 1929 to officiate it. Before that, marriage was like, there's a reason to get married, right? People want to reach that next stage in life, and the next stage in life is to form a family, get married, and have kids. After that, after 1929, then it all went downhill from there. Right now, it become a legal matter. It become a business now. This is what guys don't understand, that today marriages is more like a business to her, right? And the guy is more like falling in love. And guys should not think like that, right? It's more of a business. To her, it's business. To you, it's love, all right? And that's how guys be manipulated. That's how guys fall into the trap of marriage. You think it's love, but not to her. To her, it's getting finance, getting settlements, getting wealth over you, dominion over you, controlling over you. Now you're trapped, right? Now you're trapped. You don't know what to do. Because if you break up with her, you can lose everything that you have, everything that you work for, all your possession, all your asset. Not only that, your kids as well in today's modern marriages, right? That's why I said that as soon as you sign that dotted line, as soon as they introduced the marriage contract, it became a trap. Now she trapped you in this marriages. So guys have to be aware. Guys have to be more knowledgeable of what they're getting themselves into. They have to think more. All right, they have to think more and really ask themselves this deep question: are you ready for marriage? Because when you're in there, right? You expect the worst. No, I don't want to say that. Don't expect the worst. Expect the reality of a marriage, right? What can you lose when you become married? Right? If you're not a multi-billionaire, of course you're going to say, oh, I'm not going to lose that much. She's not going to gain that much from me. Right? If you're not a multi-billionaire. But what if you are a multi-billionaire? You should not put yourself in that kind of aspect. You should not think little of yourself. That, oh, I will never reach those status. I mean, a lot of guys, right? That I will never reach this. I will never be a multi-millionaire. But you should never look down upon yourself like that. What if you do become a multi-millionaire? What if you do win that lottery? What if you do do all the right things and make it up there, right? Now you become a multi-millionaire. Now you are in this contract that anything that you make goes half to her, right? That's why I want to advocate that, if you find a woman, date long, right? Date long as you can, as much as you can, because women are very patient. Right? Women are patient creatures. They are willing to hold back their true intention for a long time. You're not gonna see it until the right amount of time, until she becomes impatient with you. Then she can ask you all this question. Oh, what are we? Are we a boyfriend, girlfriend? Are we married? When are we gonna get married? She's gonna push this button, right? In some relationship, this does happen. This stuff does happen when she becomes very impatient, and that's your cue, man, right? That's a cue for picking up all these nuances. That why is she rushing this idea of marriage, right? When she rush you, that's when that's like a signaling of that light in your head, right? Right. That's an indicator. That's some kind of red flag, right? Married, don't marry. Take your time when picking a woman. You have all the time in the world. To her, she don't have that much time. That's why she's rushing. Right? she's what is one phrase I heard? Um, yeah, she don't have that much time. It's one phrase by CGA Coach Greg Adams. He said he said what was she said? She's a praying mantis. She's because her time is running out. She's trying to get into a relationship very fast because her time's running out. She doesn't have much time. She's gonna rush into marriage, right? Because she want a child, she want a relationship, right? She realized that she don't have enough time. If she don't accomplish this in a certain time frame, the ship is sailed, right? She can't have a kid. Her beauty's gone away. She's gonna hit the wall, and she become less enticing to men. All right, that's why some girls out there rush into marriage. Guys should never rush into marriage. All right, time will expose everything. All right, the longer you've been with a girl, the more it is gonna expose who she really are. All right, so take your time when you're in a relationship. You have all the time in the world. Right, you do not want to fall into this trap called marriage. It's a trap for men, and it's a jackpot for her. If you do fall for it, she win. She wouldn't. I'm not saying that she should not, benefit anything because you are a couple and you're supposed to support each other. But when it comes to a point when it's very toxic, when she's looked to you as more of an asset, as an object, as a money producing machine, right? She looked to you and not look to you as a person. Of who you are. She's not loving you. She's not respecting you of you as a person. She's respecting you for your money. She's loving you for your money and not for you. That's when it comes become a problem. All right. That's when you have all these trust issues, all these relationship issues. But you know what? You're married now. You're in a trap. She trapped you. All right. Guys need to know all these stuff because if they don't, it's gonna ruin their life. Right? Before marriages, it wasn't an issue. Right? It's a union between you and God. That's what it is. And you don't need a marriage license. As soon as that marriage license was introduced in 1929, right? That's when it became a problem. Right? Who to say that you need a marriage license just to be a partner, right? Because the government says so. That's when the government weasel their way in, right? They want a piece of this pot, right? Not only that, the government are benefit from this as well because they apply fees. You when you file for a marriage license, you have to pay a fee for the certificate. Now you're in a different game. Now you're in a family court. All right, you're in a game of family court. What's played in the court? A game. A game is played in the court, right? Federal court, federal law court, criminal court, right? Civil court, right? It's all a game. That's what it is. It's all a game, right? Federal court, criminal court, small claim court. These courts are games, right? Now you just sign yourself in another court called family court where it's easily avoidable if you don't even play the game in the first place, right? You could have the other court, you can't avoid it because sometimes people go sue you civically, criminally, you have to play these courts because it's part of the system. Now you're in another court, right? And their laws and rules are totally up to their standards. Now you have to pay their fees, right? You have to pay their fees, or you have to play by their rules now. That's why it's all a game. That's why it's all a trap. Don't fall for this trap. You have to understand what's going on here. All right? You have to understand the origin of marriage, where did it come from, how did it came to this point, right? How did it came to this point where people want to get married? It's when you look at it deeply, it's all a business, right? Especially modern day marriage, it's all a business transactions. Right? Love does not have to do with this. Women see it as a business. That's why she think of it as a jackpot for her. It's all financial gains. These modern marriages with the court system, with the law, with the government, it's all a financial game. And guys gotta be smarter. But if you don't be smart, if you don't pay attention to the rules of it, you're gonna lose at the end. That's why it feels like a trap. All right. That's why it is a trap for men. It's not about love at all. Marriage is not about love, right? If it's about love, you don't need a marriage certificate, you know? But that's what I mean when marriage is a trap for men and a jackpot for women. So if you have anything that I missed, leave a comment below. As always, like, share, subscribe. Peace and blessings.